So as soon as I see us pop up, I'll start the music.
Ooh, there we go.
Powered by Riverside.
I'm like looking at it on YouTube as well as on here, and it's so delayed.
It's a little bit like, yeah, I totally turned my volume off on the other one. Hey everybody, welcome to Rainy Nights, my segment on the Rainy Rider YouTube channel, where I interview moto vloggers from around the world apparently now. So tonight we have Mad Girl Moto, all the way from Tasmania. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi. Well, Mad Girl Moto. I'm Ebony, by the way. Hi. I'm from little old Tasmania, Australia, the little island that everyone forgets exists. There's really not a lot to tell about me. I currently ride a 2022 Yamaha Tracer 9 GT, which is officially the best bike ever. And yeah, I haven't been doing YouTube for too long. Been doing it for 12 months. And yeah, there's not really a lot to tell.
That's more than you think. All right, so you've been tubing for 12 months. How long have you actually been riding?
So I've only been riding for 2 years.
Okay.
2 years just gone. Yeah.
So how did you get into motorcycles?
Pretty much, I've always wanted one. But I had everyone, like my whole life, telling me, you can't ride, it's too dangerous, you'll kill yourself, all of that. So eventually I just went, yeah, I don't care, I'm just getting one. So I told my partner after the fact that I already bought the motorcycle. I'm like, yeah, by the way, I brought a bike.
Right on.
So I just did it because I could.
That's the best reason to do things is because you can. So,
exactly. You tell me I can't, I will.
No, I have seen you ride in perfectly sunny weather, and I have seen you ride in really mucky weather. What kind of rider are you? Do you ride it in the rain on accident or purpose, or do you say it's raining today, I'm just going to go?
Look, I don't seek out the bad weather deliberately, but my bike is my daily ride. So I sold my car so I can ride full time. So if it's raining, I just suck it up, deal with it. I just go. So
right on. So what is the year-round weather down there? Is it like pretty temperate? Do you have actual winters? I know I've seen it. I think I've seen it snow there before.
we have actual winters, yes. Not quite as bad as being like, well, not where I am. I don't get completely snowed in, but we do, like I have ridden in -5 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in your language.
Yeah, what's that in freedom units? Yeah, no, -5, I think that's probably like 20 degrees. Like 28. Somebody out there, one of those smart people, Loose Juice is out there. He's a real smart guy. He'll probably tell me in the comments what. Well, based on that, hey, I like to say, hey, everybody out in the audience, I got, Aaron, nothing at randoms out there. Gma Ride showed up. Loose Juice obviously is here. Matt came in for a little bit. He's got dinner to go to. I totally understand. Thanks for coming by, Matt. Matt's one of my favorite guys. Can't help but love him. Father Bobber showed up. Hey, Father Bobber, also one of my favorite guys. Anthony Sky's Limit is here tonight. So we got a good turnout tonight. And obviously my Pillion is here. She's always here to support me. The Pillion says, go girl. All right. Aaron says it's 23 degrees Fahrenheit, -5. So I wasn't far off.
Right.
So Tweedledee just showed up. So let's see. We got any questions from the audience yet? How mad is Mad Girl Moto?
Ask anyone you meet.
What makes you mad?
People telling me. I just ran with it.
I guess that's the way to go, I guess.
Don't know. I love a challenge.
So you've been doing riding for 2 years. Who inspired you to ride? Did you see somebody and say, I want to be like that person? Or if that person can do it, I can?
No, I didn't. Before getting a motorcycle, I didn't know a single person who rode. So I wasn't around that environment. I just went, I want a motorbike, went and got it.
Okay. What was your first bike?
My first bike was the Yamaha MT-03, 2016 model, I think it was.
And that's the one we've seen in your videos until you got the Tracer?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Until I got the tracer. Yep.
So why make the change?
The MT-03 is just too small in every way. I took it to track day and it wasn't going past 180, and that's just not good enough. So
180
when I was
kilometers.
legally able to upgrade, that was the first thing I did, was get the biggest one I wanted.
Right on. Right on. All right, would you rather ride solo or would you rather ride in groups? I've seen you ride in both in your videos.
This is a tricky one. Because I am a part of a social motorcycle club, and currently I am my chapter's president. So I should be saying group rides, but actually I think I prefer solo. There's only so many group rides I can handle doing. It's a lot.
You've actually moved up really
Especially when you have
fast.
to leave.
Only riding for 2 years, you've already taken over as the group president, so moving up in the
For
world.
now. Only for now, not for long. We got elections coming up, so I don't know whether or not I'll go again or step down.
Well, I think that says a lot for a group. You've got groups that get together and ride weekends, and then you've got people like yourself and me who ride all the time. And I think it says a lot when a person's willing to get out in anything and ride, so I think you deserve it. Keep it.
Nah.
Advertise. Keep your spot.
Nah.
So you're in what's the name of your group?
We're the Easy Riders Worldwide.
The Easy Riders Worldwide. So do you guys do meetups?
Yep.
Do you actually do like campouts where you get together periodically every year?
No, because not for us Tasmanians. I'm sure like the mainland and around the world does, because it originated in New South Wales, I think. But we do like to do a lot of like inter-chapter meetups and stuff, just rides together. Not really any campouts or anything that I know of.
So Aaron says 180k an hour is 112 miles an hour. And he says he hasn't even gone that fast. And that's because his bike won't go that fast. Is that why, Aaron? I'm just going to... Aaron rides a 500 Rebel, one of the new 500 Rebels. So I like to give him a lot of crap for his bike. He's looking to move up, but yeah, we're going to give him crap until he does.
What's wrong with the Rebel?
Oh, it's nothing. It's a nice bike. We like to give people crap. That's what we do. I mean, it's. Now you just went on a big ride, a long tour. Would you like to tell us about that?
I did. Well, it was a while ago now. It was back in August. It was the end of August, went for 2 weeks. First time solo, brand new bike. My bike was only 3 months old at the time. Decided to go take it on the boat to the mainland Australia for 2 weeks and just do a solo tour around there.
Okay.
It's pretty fun.
So where did you go? What did you see?
Well, first off, I started off at the Grampians National Park in Victoria. I camped there for 2 nights, and then I went from there through the Great Ocean Road to Lorne, a bit more in Victoria, then to New South Wales, and from there up to Broken Hill. Well, I went to Bathurst first, of course. Had to do Mount Panorama. And then I went down to South Australia to visit Bolt Bucket.
So up, visit our boy Bolt Bucket. We gotta love him. So tell us about your love for possums.
I don't love possums.
Tell us your possum story.
I knew you'd bring up that one. So the story with that is my partner and I went camping, I think it was last January, and we may have been attacked by a possum. It was trying to get into our tent because we made the mistake of bringing the food inside our tent, and we had the barbecue and everything, and yeah, it just was not leaving us alone. It tried to get inside. My partner had to rescue me. I was too scared.
Well, good
He
for
pulled
him.
it off with a chair.
So I gotta ask, down in Australia, and obviously Tasmania too, there's a myth about animals, that they're all very large, very scary, all poisonous, and want to kill you. Is that true?
I don't know about large. They're all poisonous and they all want to kill you, but they're not large. To be honest, I find the animals in America probably more scary.
Really?
You have bears and stuff. You got bears and wolves and things that actually want to rip you apart. So
Yeah, well, bears are cuddly.
we barely see the snakes. Ours are seasonal. You hardly ever see them.
Well, I've seen snakes from the rest of the world. Yeah, so yeah, I've heard the more desolate a place is, the more deadly the animals are, and parts of Australia are pretty
Look,
desolate.
if you go to Queensland, the bigger they are too. Everything's just like 3 times the size.
So what is your favorite place you have ever gone on a motorcycle?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to be biased and say anywhere in Tasmania is hands down the best.
I'll buy it.
Our roads were meant for riding, but yeah, probably the Grampians so far. Yeah.
Right on. Matt says he's hit 120 in third gear on his bike. Matt has a V rod, and we all love his V rod and all want to ride it. So it's very nice. And I've heard he just got a new bike, but he'll have to come on later and talk about that. So not your turn yet, Matt. He does a very nice V rod. All right. So what is the stupidest thing you have ever done on a bike?
Besides drop it at a roundabout. I haven't really done anything stupid on a motorcycle. I'm too cautious.
All right.
Probably ride under the wrong conditions, I would say. Riding with a massive hangover is never a good idea. Riding when you're like super fatigued is also not a good idea.
You drink?
So,
oh my God, you are a mad.
No, not really. It was after a Aussie Moto content creators meetup, so I was a bit rusty the next day.
Right on. So, what is your scariest moment on a bike, other than dropping it in the roundabout?
That would have to be. It was back when I was still a learner. I'm pretty sure. Well, may have just gotten my P's, but I was at a set of lights, and there was these guys in a ute next to me, and they're like hanging out the window and trying to I don't know, flag me down or something, just talking shit. And once they realized I was a woman, they then tried to grab my hair and grab my visor, and yeah. So then they proceeded to tailgate me and then overtake me, brake check, and all the way up the highway.
Gee, you throw a possum at them?
That was probably the scariest moment. So yeah.
Uncool. Very uncool.
So
when you said there were these guys in a ute, I thought you meant like a ute, like a little hut. But you're talking about a truck.
I'm talking about a truck.
It's like, these guys in a ute. Okay, fine, just drive away. Oh, they're a ute like a truck. I get it. We need Bull Bucket here to translate. So they were in a truck. I get it. Yeah, that is pretty weird. So yeah, that's worth getting stabbed over. On the flip side of that, what's your favorite part of riding?
Ooh, the favorite part, I think, for me is the fact that I'm more inspired to go explore more places now. So whereas before, just in the car, I want to drive 2 hours away. I was like, nah, I can't be bothered. Like, what's the point? Whereas on the motorcycle, the ride is the experience. So I could ride for 8 hours and I'm having fun.
Right on.
So yeah, it's just exploring places, I think.
All right. So, well, I guess we can ask the audience while we're here. Tweedle now is saying he hit 160 miles an hour on a Suzuki TL 1000, which is the more sporty version of El Diablo's bike, or our guy Diablo.
Okay, so how fast is that in kilometers per hour?
I bet Juice knows.
Yep.
Juice will throw it up here. If you guys got questions, if you guys got questions, throw them in the comments. We're rolling right along.
I think my fastest in kilometers per hour is 205. I plan on going faster. I want to get at least. I want to hit 220 on the track. So.
And yes, and we've seen you on the track. So what track do you go to? Is that a
Simon Plains in Tassie?
Okay. So is that like a rider's track, or is that like a MotoGP track, or is this track they have just for people to get out and ride on?
It's a proper racetrack, so it's where they do Formula One cars as well as motorbike racing.
So it's a serious track.
Yeah. It's not very big. It's quite a small track, but yeah.
Juice says 193 kilometers. No, 160 miles an hour is 257 kilometers an hour.
Ooh. Yeah, I want to do that.
Hang on to your butts. So, what is the most frustrating part of riding for you?
Probably being stuck behind other cars and trucks on the twisties.
Behind a ute?
They ruin the ride. That's probably the most frustrating. Or actually, the most frustrating would be having everything mansplained to me on the bike, or being told that, my bike is too big for a little lady. That's what someone once told me.
Yeah. Well, nobody tells that to Aaron. I mean, he's small, but his bike's small too, so... So, if you can go anywhere on the bike today. You just get on. There was no time limit, no money limit. You had all the vacation you wanted to spend. Where would you go?
Norway. 100% Norway.
You say America? What?
I did not say America. Sorry.
And why Norway? I already know this.
Norway's here, America, maybe here somewhere.
Yeah, I already know this, but why Norway? What is in Norway you want to meet?
Oh, stop.
Well,
you brought it up. I don't know.
You brought it up.
I want to go follow the Viking trail.
Okay.
Plus, it's just a beautiful country. So, and of course, meet one of my favorite YouTubers, Ride the Beam.
Who would that be? What? Kenneth? Yeah, Kenneth's okay.
Yes, definitely Kenneth.
Kenneth's all right. So, what else is up there? I see the places he rides, and I'm thinking literally like 80% of his riding is snow and ice.
Yeah,
And I'm like, what the?
That'd be cool.
So I've rode in snow here, and it's been pretty scary, and I can't imagine. Probably on your bike, it probably wouldn't be that bad because your bike's kind of already set up for off-roading and ADV and.
It's not actually. It's just a sport tourer. That's a common misconception with it. It's actually not meant for off-roading. I take it off-roading, but it's not meant to.
So then it's an off-road bike.
And I mean, technically, like the suspension and everything, you could easily turn it into an off-roading bike. It's just
we have a guy here. I don't know if you watch him, a shade tree surgeon. He says any bike that you take off-road is instantly an off-road bike. As soon as you get on the dirt, it's an off-road bike. Then you just got to hold it up.
It did well. It did well in the sand and stuff. So
Right on. So
I've ridden on the ice before on the MT-03.
You've ridden on what?
On the ice before with my MT-03.
Yes. I think I do remember that video. So no reservations. You want to go to Norway?
Yeah, want to go to Norway, definitely.
Do you want to sleep out in the tent like Kenneth does?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's cheaper.
Yeah. So what are your plans for the new year?
I don't really have anything much. Maybe, definitely to focus more on my mental health, get that up into shape a bit better, and get back more into YouTube. I sort of took a hiatus for a while, but I want to get back into doing that.
Okay. Gma says we have more roads here than in Norway, so we don't have a Kenneth here.
Yeah, actually, all your roads are straight.
Oh no, they're not. Oh wow. What a common misconception. Little girl. Oh yeah, we have very twisty roads. So,
yeah, but your roads have bears and things that want to eat you. Very large animals running out in front.
That's why you're on a motorcycle. Go faster. It literally. I don't know anybody that's been attacked on a motorcycle by a bear, so I think you're going to be safe.
Okay.
Probably.
What about when you're camping though? How do you trust a can of spray to save you from bears?
So what we have, and I'm sure you got them there. I think I saw it in one of your videos too. They have bear boxes, and basically what it is you put all of your food, all your edibles into a locked box, far away from where you are.
Yeah.
So if the bears come up, they're going for the box.
No, we don't have that.
You don't have that? Oh my God!
We don't have that. We don't have that. Hey?
You could get killed by a kangaroo.
Yeah, or possums.
Oh my God, or a possum, yeah. Have you inspired anyone to ride or wrench on their own bikes?
Not that I know of, not that anyone's told me. I've met quite a few people on the road that thought it was pretty cool going solo touring on a motorcycle, but I don't think so. Most people I know on motorcycles already had a motorcycle, so
Hatter brings
if I have, they haven't told me.
Hatter brings up a very valid point. More people get killed here by deer than any other animal on the road. So,
well, for us, that'd be kangaroos or cows.
Yep, quite a few cows get hit here, Joe, too, also. But so Matt's got to leave. Matt, thanks for stopping by. We hope to see you soon. Well, obviously we have our little bit of camp out coming up in March, so I'll see a lot of you guys there. So Matt, I'll see you in March. So, if you could tell a new rider one thing that you had to learn the hard way, what would it be?
Confidence does not equate to skill.
Wow, that's...
You can be overly confident. I was overly confident, but it does not mean you have skills.
How do you get skills?
Practice. Do what I do. Put yourself into these situations so you can learn from them, improve your skills.
Right on.
Yeah.
So you just...
Ride in a storm.
You very recently moved into a new house. How are you enjoying that?
It's going good. It's nice to have nice new things that are our own. Have my own space. Got my office now, which is good.
Right on. So, audience, come on, you got to give me some questions here. It's a Saturday night. I think everybody's tired. Okay, so what is one thing people do not know about you that you would like to share tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. Most people know everything. One thing people don't know. I'm quite good at throwing knives and axes.
Oh, well, do tell. Is that for possums?
No, it's not for possums. No, my family run an archery club, so I've sort of grown up doing archery, and part of that we were doing knife and axe throwing. So for my 18th birthday, my parents got me a set of throwing knives.
Right on. A girl after my own heart. I have a wide collection of swords and knives and axes. So, hey,
it's good fun.
When you come visit after Kenneth, come by. We can get some knives and swords out and play cowboys and, I don't know, samurais. Cowboys and samurais, sure.
Sure.
So, are there any, or archery? Yeah, we can do some bow. We can do some bow practice. So,
I'm not very good. I haven't done it much for very long.
Well, like I tell my wife, if somebody breaks in your house and you come running down the hallway waving an axe or a sword, that's effective. That's effective.
Look, I may have done a similar thing with my bow. I was house sharing on some property, like farm property, and these guys were going around the area trying to suss out places to steal from, and they came down the driveway, and my room was at the top floor, big bay window sort of thing, and I can see them, and they can see inside, and all they would have seen was me standing there, like ready to shoot if necessary, and they just hightailed it out of there. But then, my parents later on got had a little life lesson with me and told me that I could have ended up in jail if I actually did fire that. So.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you're an Australian. Yeah, see, in America we have this thing called the castle law. If you come on my property, I don't want you there, I can kill you. I'm sorry.
See, in Australia, if someone comes on your property and they're trying to steal something or whatever, but they get hurt on your property, you're liable, not them.
So I've had, in 3 different states I've lived in, I've had the law tell me, you should have shot him. We had our car broken into probably 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And when the sheriff showed up, he's like, you can shoot people when they come on your property, right? I'm like, yeah, but... So, obviously in Texas, they say as soon as they pull up, shoot them. So, yeah. Anyway, coming to America.
I definitely will. One day.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember both being very
Might need a second job
surprised.
for that.
Yeah, I remember both being very surprised. You could go into a Walmart and buy knives and guns and anything you wanted. It was just right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
You just would
just
not get that.
I saw a new statistic the other day. I think it was like America owns 65% of the guns in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We're yeah. That's why the Japanese wouldn't invade us. All right, we got a couple questions here. Do you
Cool.
want to visit North America? And if yes, what are your top three places to travel to?
Yeah, one day I'd love to. I'm not too sure which places exactly. Probably sticking mainly to like all the forest areas. I love my twisties and forestry and cold, the snow.
So
So
yeah,
maybe I'll do a Norley and go to Alaska.
no, that's a ride. Yeah, there are definitely a lot of twisties and back roads here. I was just talking to a bunch of guys from Ohio that literally like an hour south of here, there's a road that only you can't, trucks can't even get on it. But it's an old trail. It's an old Indian trail, and it's elevated in parts, but it's an old trail, and it's like two lanes. And and then of
That'd be
course,
fun.
if you wanted to get off road, they have here what they call just like in Europe, they have the Trans European Trail. They have the TET. Here we
Yeah,
have the TAT, the Trans America Trail, and it's a series of trails.
that'd be fun. See, I haven't done proper off roading. I've taken my bike off road in places where it's not meant to go, but I would like to do some training, proper off road training, and then start to get more into that as well. I think that'd be pretty fun. You guys definitely have better trails, Australia, especially Tasmania. We don't have a lot over here, so
Okay, and it seems like you would because it's a lot of desert and forest, and you're just not allowed to ride on those things, or is it just too dangerous to get out there and run for?
um, no, there is a few places, but a lot of them require more skill, like quite a bit of experience for. But also they are trying to restrict. I know in Tasmania, especially, they're trying to restrict where we can do off-road riding, just for like preservation sort of thing. So there's very restricted areas.
I think that's
But I'd love to do the desert crossing. Actually, the desert crossing would be pretty fun.
so
But
as
I would die. I would not be able to cope in the desert. I would just pass out from the heat.
but I seen somebody else do one of those. They did it as a group, so they have trucks that follow them. They have camps set up along the
Yeah,
way, so it's not like you're just out there by yourself, and you better bring all the gas you can. So they actually set it up for you to make it fun.
yeah. No, there's definitely groups and stuff that you can do, like little tours and things. Which yeah, if I was to do something like that, I'd probably do it as a group to start with before trying to venture out and do it on my own.
Okay, so part two for a question here. Um, Juice is asking, would you rent a bike while here? So that kind of raises a question. What bike would you like to ride that you haven't?
Um, the Africa Twin. I think I'd like to give that one a go.
I have a friend that has one. If you came to America, just saying. So yeah, Carson's not in here tonight, but he has an Africa Twin, and he has it very jacked out. So very cool. Other than that, if you could go buy a bike right now, which one would you buy?
Hmm. I don't know. I've bought my dream bike, so at the moment it's all about the Tracer. I don't really have an interest in buying any other type of bike at the moment, so I'd probably just go for anything.
Okay, so Hatter says the Viking Trail, axe throwing ladies worried about a few bears. You've got an axe and a bow.
What
What are you scared of?
missing? I was called a vegetarian shooter for a while. I kept shooting the grass and not the target, so I used to be good, but then I got a bit rusty.
Right on. All right, so we got any questions from the audience? Somebody give me a good one. What would you like to ask this girl from Tasmania? Other than a possum, I mean, what are you scared of out in? What is there to see in Tasmania? You said it's your favorite riding, so what's there?
Oh, just all the best roads. Like because we're a small island, you can go from a city to countryside to the beach within a matter of like an hour. It's like it's all sort of close. Very easy to get to everything.
Okay, that sounds good.
But it's stunning. Like the scenery is just stunning everywhere.
All right. So, do you have any questions for me?
Sort of. Well, a couple.
Okay.
What is your sort of favorite style of road? Like, do you prefer highways or like the countryside mountain roads?
Oh,
or the twisties?
I prefer forest roads. I like the twisty forest roads with gentle sweeping curves.
Yeah.
You can take at about 55 miles an hour, but the trees are a little further off the road where deer won't run out and kill you. And for shade, I mean, I live in like not the extreme south of America, but it's the south part of North America. So it's Mississippi. So it's the next state from the Gulf of Mexico. So it's pretty warm here. So I like to get on these forest roads where it's cool, there's a breeze blowing, there's not a whole lot of traffic, and you just enjoy the road. Enjoy the sights.
That's like me. Like I prefer the forest and stuff because I know. I'm a forest girl. I need to go find waterfalls and things. They're like my favorite places.
Right on. Right on. Thea says
so, my other question.
Right?
Hey. So my other question for you is, would you take your bike on the track? Would you ever do a track day?
Oh, yeah. I've already...
Definitely should.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Because, I mean, it's a fast bike. So I've got two. The Harley acts like it goes fast. It just makes a lot of noise. And then the BMW is a 1,600cc sport bike with bags. So I would like to, and I have leaned that sucker over in some corners before, but I want to really see how it can perform without having to worry about getting arrested.
Tracks are perfect for that. So like last track day I went to, there was two learner scooter riders there. Someone once took their like, I don't know, has to be at least 30-year-old cruiser around the track. And just you can bring anything out there.
Yeah. And sometimes that's fun. I mean, that sounds. I've seen, if you watch any Shadry's videos, he got an old '80s 650 and ran it on the track. And it's just it's not so much how fast you're going. It's just you just get this thing out and just pound it. You can hear it. You become one with the bike when you get it to its limits.
It's in a safer environment, so you don't have to worry about the deer crossing the street.
Yes. Exactly.
When you're at the track, and you can improve your skills out there. So I go out there to practice. I've got a bit scared of cornering after my trip. So it's like, overloaded, heavy bike, dropping it at a roundabout. I started to get a bit nervous doing tight corners and stuff. So I did a track day again, and now I'm fine.
Okay.
Almost knee down for the first time. I scraped my foot peg. If I moved my knee out slightly, I would have been knee down. I was like so excited.
That counts.
So I'm on the hunt for some leathers.
Justin wants to know your thoughts and opinions on Harley Davidson and the associated American stereotypes. So there are Harleys in Tasmania.
Oh, there's plenty of Harleys in Tassie.
So
there's Harley Davidson like motorcycle clubs and stuff.
So when somebody gets on a Harley in Tasmania, do they bring that American stigmatism with them?
Probably.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's not bad stigmatism. I don't know. Is there much of a stigmatism about it?
Do they immediately put
I don't pay attention to a lot. Yeah, no, they very much look like, Harley riders.
Right on.
There is a look.
Okay. So, Aaron wants to know, do you enjoy being the head of your club?
It has its pros and cons. But I think I would enjoy the club more not being in any sort of committee position. But I did like leading them for a while. But yeah, I'm ready to just go back to riding, I think.
All right. So Gma wants to know: is your club male and female, or all ladies?
Male and female, so it's very family oriented, and yeah, just anyone who wants to go for a ride. So.
Okay. So Aaron's also asking: in your area, is there an equivalent to a Dynabro? Do you know what a Dynabro is?
No.
So the Dyna here is a bike that's long, raked out. Okay, have you even heard of the American movie Sons of Anarchy? It's the series.
Heard of it, never saw it.
So basically, most of their bikes are Dynas, and it's like as soon as somebody gets on a Dyna, they wanna do Dyna things to it, stretch it out, put the big long high risers on it, and they become a different kind of biker. They become very what's
yeah,
the
there's
word?
a couple of those around.
Assholey. So what is your equivalent to a Dynabro? Do you call them something else down there? I'm sure you do. I've seen Road Warrior.
Not really.
What?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so what do you call them? Do you call them Dynabros there too, or do you call them something else?
I don't think they have a name. We just laugh at them as we go past.
I'll buy that. All right. So give us your plugs. Where are you on Instagram? Where are you on YouTube?
Well, you can just search Mad Girl Moto for both of those. Or Mad Girl Moto Adventures, technically.
Yeah, it's a nice shirt you got on.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Prepping your stuff. So if somebody wants that shirt, can they get it?
Not at this stage. I'm still sort of looking around at places to make them and quality-wise and stuff. So I'm not super happy with this. They made that twice the size as it's supposed to be.
I think it looks fine. I think it looks great.
The white is actually grey in person, so it just the colouring's not right. I had a hat as well, and they forgot to do the yellow completely, so I was like half done.
Right on. Well, it still looks good from my side. Maybe it's because I fixed the coloring through the transmit, so I like it. I'll take it. All right. So, any more questions from the audience? Gma says she has a Dyna, but apparently hasn't kitted it out correctly. No, Gma, don't kit it out. We like them just the way they are. No rabbit ears, no 12-inch risers with 14-inch apes. Just leave it where it is. We like it where it is.
I'm not game enough to play around with my bike too much because I don't know enough about that side of things. So I'm not about to go in there and start changing too much of it other than the exhaust. I hate the exhaust. It's got to go.
So do you do your own wrenching? Do you tighten your own chain? Do you do your own oil?
Yeah, I do my own basic maintenance and stuff for the bike. But the main service and stuff, I'll still take it to the dealership to do its service, at least while it's under warranty.
I'll buy that.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my gosh, Shade Tree Surgeon just stepped in. I just noticed that. Dude, we were just talking about him. So, yeah, Josh. Meet Ebony. Ebony, Josh. So.
Also one of my favorites. Just putting it out there.
Just happened to throw it out there.
Just had to throw it out there.
So, what would you like to learn how to do on your bike?
Any of it. I think I would like to learn how to do pull apart and do all the oil changes and stuff. I got a basic idea, I could do my car, so I figure I should be able to do a motorcycle. It's
actually a lot easier. A lot easier. You need less tools.
Is it?
I'll be honest. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
But you have to take apart your whole bike essentially to do it.
Oh no.
At least I did with the MT-03. To get to one part, I had to take off the whole fairing and everything. It was like a completely naked bike.
Oh, that would suck. Yeah. So yeah, that's first thing I look at when I buy a bike is I want to find out where the drain plug is, where the transmission plug is, how do I change my final drive oil, and where the filter is, because I'm going to do it all myself. And if it's too crazy, that kind of weighs on if I really want to get that bike or not. I mean, Not to say
It'd be a
can't.
lot cheaper to do it myself.
Yeah. So any bike I've ever had, I've literally been able to get to every plug on it without taking the skins off. This is probably the only bike I've had to take the skins off to put radiator fluid in. But other than that, yeah, everything's easy to get to, and I never have to. I mean, I've had the bike now for almost 4 years. I've never had to put radiator fluid in it because it's always just fine because it's just an awesome bike, and I'll stick to that.
I have to be honest. I've never actually test ridden either of my two bikes I've had. The first one I just brought it off Gumtree, and I was like, yeah, that'll do. Researched a little bit on Google. I'm like, yeah, should be right.
So
Same again with the Tracer.
Shade Surgeon says you can learn how to do anything on YouTube University. That's where most of us have learned. I mean,
yeah, that's what I do before, because I brought my bike before I went and like got my learner license. So I had my bike sitting outside for 3 months before I could actually ride it. So in that 3 months, I literally just YouTubed everything about how to ride. Got onto Dan Dan the Fireman, so I was prepared to see some gory stuff. Know what could go wrong.
Yeah, Dan, that's a
whole lot of
a whole lot of bullshit. I joke. He's a good guy. He's very safe, but I always joke that anytime he narrates a video, he's like, "Oh yeah, you can see too much back brake. That's just everything's too much back brake." So I like to make fun of him a lot, but good guy. So okay, last question.
It was helpful as a learner. Like before I could go for my license, it was helpful to prepare me mentally for riding. So I think that helped with my confidence.
He's good at keeping people's heads on straight, and he literally jumped straight to the "if you fuck around, you'll find out" type thing.
Yeah.
So there's another guy called Moto Stars, and he's actually used a couple of my video clips on his. He shows a lot of wrecks. He doesn't go over. I like him better than Dan Dan the Fireman because he doesn't overly narrate everything about the video. He says, "Here's one where somebody pulls out and the guy has to do this, and then there's a crash. And here's this dude did this, and then there's a crash." It opens your eyes to, and probably 90% of them are rider error. And I think those are important because you see what getting out there and acting stupid will do for you. We've all got out there and acted stupid. That's not even a question. But when you get out there on these crowded streets and blind curves and get stupid, shit happens. So.
Back to your question you asked about, one thing I could tell a new rider sort of thing that I had to learn the hard way. I would say that don't do too many group rides. Because I found for me, because I spent so much time with my club doing group rides, like we do monthly rides and stuff, I was so used to riding in a group that when I went out after a while on my own, you're so used to looking at that person in front of you to judge the corner and stuff, doing it on your own, and you're like, oh shit, I've actually, my skills levels have actually dropped rather than increasing being in a group. So I think if you need that balance between group and solo.
Good point. Yeah, you just turn into a lemming. You just do whatever the guy in front of you is doing, whether he's right or not. And
you start to like stop thinking about everything because you're just watching the person in front of you, just going off what they're doing.
And if he messes up, you're going to mess up too. You don't get to think for yourself.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Shade Tree says nothing ever goes wrong. Just close your eyes if things get too scary. We never do that, but. Law-abiding citizens club. Yes, we all are. So we can find you on YouTube, Mad Girl Moto, Instagram,
yep,
also Mad
and
Girl
Instagram,
Moto,
yep,
and
and TikTok as Mad Girl Moto,
and TikTok as Mad Girl Moto. So we'll put all those. We'll throw all those.
Easy to find. Yeah.
Yeah. So come back and add those in on the comments where people can find all your stuff. So. I really enjoyed your stuff, especially when you're first learning to ride, your first track day. Your camping stuff is very unique. It seems like it always rains when you're camping. Is that true, or is it just the way it happens?
Yeah, it did rain most of my trip, so I am still editing and uploading those videos. Like I said earlier in the thing, I took a hiatus for a while, but I do plan on getting back on track, and I've got so many more ideas and videos I want to do, so I need to get that out of the way before I can do anything.
So you do a lot of camping. What's the one piece of gear when you go camping you never leave behind?
I don't leave behind anything. I bring too much stuff. I literally bring everything other than the kitchen sink, which I could have brought, but I didn't have room.
The campsite has one. Why don't you, or take it to the stream, right?
No. No, the one thing I definitely would not go without camping is, this is a very female thing to say, my makeup bag.
No, because you never know. It becomes an extended part of you, and it's like bringing a comb to a
Exactly. Guy. Look, I don't like to see myself without my eyebrows and eyelashes. I'm basically an albino, so I scare myself. I don't need anyone else to see that too.
So what did you learn about America? We'll give this America kick. What did you learn about America after having talked to actual Americans that you always thought was a real thing, but you learned was just a myth? Or vice versa?
I don't know. I don't know about anything that I thought was a real thing that's just a myth. I'm pretty sure you're all living up to what I've been told.
Because Bucket said he really didn't believe the whole thing about guns and knives and being able to go to a supermarket and buy knives and guns.
Oh no, I believe
and
that.
Then he came here.
I definitely believe that.
Myth. And also how big America was. I think that was he originally was going to drive all the way across America and see it all, and then when he got here, he found out how big the country actually is.
See, no, he should know that, because on the mainland Australia, if you go to Queensland, you can like take 3 days and you're still in Queensland. So you shouldn't have been that surprised. I'm more surprised at like how many states you guys have. Like, it's massive. How do you remember them all?
You learn them in elementary. I don't know. It's kind of like anything else you learn in school. You got to learn the capitals. You got to learn the states, and then a few years later you learn where they all are on the map, and then you learn who the governor is for each one, and then fast forward 20 years. I can tell you who my governor is, but not the guy next door. So I mean, like,
no, I don't even know who mine is.
You do a data dump after a while. You learn all these things when you're a kid, and then you kind of just forget. Well, all right. So if we have any more questions from the audience, we're going to go ahead and close out. So let's get our closeout music going here. Where we put it? Gotta have closeout music.
Of course.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Ebony, it was great to see you again. Hopefully, we were actually had planned to do a live stream a while back, and we never did it. We were just going to get together and just shoot the shit. But actually, this worked out better because we actually had some material to work off of. So,
yes.
So, yeah.
No.
So I loved it.
We'll definitely do it again, though. It was fun.
All right, guys. So this has been Ebony and Girl Moto. She's told you where to find her, so look for her. So, and I have, again, been Rainy Rider. This has been Rainy Nights. So, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, share this with your friends, and I'm trying to make this a permanent thing. I'm working on still Keanu Reeves. Jay Leno, I just asked Jay Leno last night, and obviously didn't get an answer, but I'm working on it. I'm working my way up to it. So, hopefully get some more big names on here, so we'll keep working on it. Josh out there has said he would do an interview with me someday, but he's a busy man, I can't really hold it to him because he's doing everything. So we're going to close for now, guys. Thanks for coming by, and I will see you guys. Actually, tomorrow we have the Mad Yankee will be on tomorrow night. So I'll see you guys soon. So take care. Ebony, hang out, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you right after this. Bye, guys.
See you.